So, I've had some thoughts today, actually throughout this week, but specifically, especially mostly today. And it led me to do some digging and thinking, and I just kind of wanted to share and then open it up if anyone has any suggestions for me or for one another, or maybe you're going, oh my gosh, I'm in that same boat too, and we just need to bond that way. So, I have horrible allergies. And I feel like for the last, since like March, it's been non-stop with stuff. Last week it got really bad with sinus headache, and then I got tanked with hay fever. So we're going on a week of that. The other morning I woke up and it looked like I had pink eye. So I go to the doctor and he gives me antibiotic ointment or drops. Oh, but I was just not sitting right with that. So I actually went to our urgent care later on that day to get a second opinion, and he disagreed, but he also looked me over and was like, you've got really bad allergies. I'm like, yeah, I know. And I don't like to take allergy meds only because they dry my sinuses out so bad I just have headaches and I can't handle the headache. So I'd rather deal with the allergies. And I used to take Flonase all the time, and that really helped. But then I bought a new bottle of it last year, and I don't know if something's changed in it or whatever, but I had panic attacks, like every time I'd use it, and my son experienced the same thing, and I've looked it up, and it seems to be the norm. Like, that's what people are saying lately, so I haven't been using that. So I just do a lot of saline rinses, stay inside, Diet Pepsi, because I swear it helps get the crud out of your throat, allergy eye drops, whatever. But I woke up with pink eye. Yesterday, I used my drops like I was supposed to. Still just anxiety. I can't shake the anxiety. And then I noticed that throughout the day, the drops were burning my eye worse. And I was getting a headache right here. So like, my eyes completely cleared up. There's been no gunk in it. Just the one morning when I woke up. And it wasn't even like pink eye swelled shut with stuff. It was just irritated with gunk. So I've been in this state of confusion, which led me to do a lot of digging last night and then again today. This morning I woke up, I didn't use any eye drops. I promise there's a purpose of this. I'm not having a pity party. I didn't use any eye drops. And I was trying to get myself out of this mental funk because I am so anxious this week. I cannot handle it. So I turned on like a dorky dance video on YouTube, and my daughter and I just danced to it. And I was laughing, and then like a minute later, I started having a big panic attack. And I have not had a panic attack like this in so long. So, trying to figure out what the heck. And I go out and feed our goats. I come in, I'm trying to have cereal and like do my scripture study. I just can't focus. My mind's everywhere. I can feel that the vestibular system is just off the rails insane. I can tell like I'm not handling my crap. So I go to Google because that's always good, but sometimes it is. And I ended up on anxietycenter.org, which is one of my favorite websites to go for all things related to anxiety. And I read this interesting article about anxiety and allergies being connected. Okay, so I've read different studies and done different research and stuff on it because my therapist once told me that high levels of histamine can induce anxiety. And there are study after study after study connecting that. And they found, especially in women, that like hay fever can even cause depression. And I'm like, okay, so there's something here. But this article I was reading on anxietycenter.org was saying how, like the anxiety cannot cause the allergy, and the allergy cannot cause the anxiety, but the way that they're related is that when you are so anxious or so stressed for a prolonged period of time, your immune system becomes weakened because of the stress. And so then you're hit with allergies and you can't handle it quite as well as you could once upon a time. And so you experience heightened allergies because you are so anxious. So then you throw in the idea of the histamine, and now you're fighting all this histamine and your anxiety is rising even more. oh my gosh, it's like a never-ending cycle. So the key is you need to calm down. You got to take care of your stress, which can be hard because when you're under prolonged amounts of stress, it takes quite a while for your body to recover from that. And like that rest and rejuvenation like can feel good, but you're still not quite recovered yet. So now I'm just pissed off. Now I'm just mad. I have stuff I want to do today. I haven't been able to like be out in my yard for weeks. I haven't like had energy to do anything this last week. And my gut wants to run back to the doctor to make sure that I'm not dying because the anxiety says something's not right. Because my head's just loopy and my sinuses, I can feel pressure, and so instantly I've already put myself into the coffin, right? Because health anxiety tells me that there's something more. But I just thought it was so interesting, and so a couple questions popped up from that, like, why is it always women that get hit so much more severely than men? And second, so if you're like me and you have allergies to everything and you don't escape this year round, is that really like an indicator of your anxiety? Like, is there really no way to ever get away from the anxiety simply because you always just feel crappy? And why do we always just feel crappy? Why is everything so stressful all of a sudden? So anyway, I'm just wondering who else out there has dealt with something similar or is dealing with it right now? Who's got the allergies? Who's got the anxiety? Who maybe just needed to hear this and go, oh, that's what's happening. And am I wrong if I go to the doctor again? Like, what point am I like aiding in this anxiety because I have to keep going to make sure I'm okay? I'm not sure. But in my mind, everything's broken up here. I need to make sure it's not. I don't know. Anyway, that's my 2 cents. My thoughts from Heather today.